Good Friday morning. I want to focus a little bit more on the severe weather I talked about on Wednesday. It's going to affect the central part of the country. And in this video, I really want to take a look at, well, yeah, that area. So this area right here for Saturday, and then again down here for Monday. I think we're going to see some tornadoes out of this. The ingredients look like they're there. So let me take you through the reasons why and what those ingredients are for those of you who are interested in severe weather. Now, a side note, it's one of the quietest, if not the quietest, tornado season in 60 years because it's been so cold over the country and there haven't been too many boundaries in warm and cold air. But we have a powerful storm system that's going to come into the West Coast this weekend, tomorrow. It's hitting the West Coast now, and that's going to rise air in front of it on a big cold front that's going to come through this area, and the rest of the components will be there as well for a severe weather outbreak. So let's take a look at that low pressure center. So here we go. I'm really focusing on Saturday afternoon. So here comes the low pressure center into the West Coast. Now, ahead of a low pressure center is where you have a warm front, and then you have a cold front, right? That's just because air spins like this around a low pressure center. Okay. So taking a look here at let's go to hour 42. This is on Saturday at 8 p.m. Okay, so I expect some severe storms in this area here, mid to late Saturday afternoon into Saturday night. Here is our very, very strong low pressure center, 988 millibar low, cold front ahead of it. And it's going to cause a lot of air to rise in this region, a lot of daytime convection, and that's going to cause supercell thunderstorms. And you can see the model's trying to show you that these storms will develop by these little isolated areas here. And then by the time we get to Sunday, it has just a line of showers and thunderstorms, and again, more severe weather out here on Monday, I expect. So let's look at the components on Saturday afternoon now real quick. So here's a jet stream. Okay, so let's go out here to hour 42. This is Saturday between 2 and 8 p.m. So you can see you have a very, very strong jet diving down and and separating over Oklahoma area, Nebraska area, and that's where I expect the severe weather to be. So if you take a look at this, right, you have very strong air, very high in the very fast air, very high in the atmosphere, running across the region like this. Okay. Now, if I go down to 5,000 feet and look at the wind profile there, check this out. Look at the difference in wind. Look at the wind shear, is what it's called. You have wind coming across like that. So you don't have to be a rocket scientist to know that's going to cause rotation in the atmosphere. Now, we have a cold front to move the air up, okay, and we have a warm heating during the day, which is going to cause convection. Convection is basically rising air, and there's an index we use to show what the energy is of a rising air molecule or air parcel in the atmosphere and how high it can actually go, and that's called convective available potential energy. Here's that value right here, okay? So this is showing you that in this region there's a lot of unstable air that's allowed to rise. Now, in some cases, the air can't rise because there's something called a cap above it, which is an area of warmer air above it. But that looks like it won't be too much of an issue, and we're going to see a rapidly rising air ahead of this cold front hitting this region, and we're going to have a difference in direction and wind profiles, and that spells severe weather for this region, and definitely probably some tornadoes. This is another index that shows basically rotation. It's called the EHI index. You can see that same area I'm showing you is showing extreme values, okay, which show that there could be supercell thunderstorms and tornadoes. If I go over to the simulated radar for that time, okay, let's go back a little bit here. This is so you can see this is showing you basically Saturday night and Sunday. For instance, that would be a supercell thunderstorm right there that the simulated radar is trying to show us. So, I mean, this isn't that accurate that far out, but I don't know why this isn't loading, but I'm trying to show you is the radar is trying to indicate, look, there's going to be these big thunderstorms. Watch out, and all the data over here supports that. So that's a little blurb. Again, on Sunday and Monday, we'll see more severe weather, but it'll be focused more in this area. And that's basically it. More to come. Maybe I'll do a little bit of an update tomorrow if I think things get interesting. But snow on the back end, by the way, in the mountains, which is interesting for this time of year. But that's all I got, guys. Hope you found that interesting.